When it comes to building an impressive physique, nothing grabs attention quite like well-developed arms. For many lifters, big arms are the ultimate badge of strength and hard work in the gym. But here's the truth. Most people spend months, even years, curling away with little to no progress. If you've ever wondered why your arms aren't growing as fast as you'd like, the problem isn't effort, it's strategy. The good news? By applying the right training methods, nutrition strategies, and recovery hacks, you can accelerate arm growth up to 3 times faster than the average lifter. This isn't about quick fixes or gimmicks. It's about understanding how the arms actually grow, choosing the best compound movements, targeting both the biceps and triceps effectively, fueling your body with enough protein and nutrients, and optimizing recovery so your muscles don't just survive training, they thrive on it. In this article, we'll break down everything you need to know to transform your arms from skinny to jacked. You'll discover the science behind muscle growth, the exercises that matter most, how to program your workouts for maximum results, and the nutrition blueprint that fuels rapid gains. Whether you're a beginner or an intermediate lifter stuck at a plateau, this is your ultimate guide to building arms that command attention. So if you're ready to stop wasting time and start seeing results, let's dive into the 3x faster arm transformation system. When most people think about building arms, the first thing that comes to mind is the biceps. They're the classic show muscles that pop when you flex. But here's the catch. The biceps only make up about 1/3 of your arm. Sure, they look impressive, and they're responsible for bending your elbow and turning your wrist. But if all you ever do is curl, your arms will never reach their full potential. That's where the triceps come in. The triceps sit at the back of your arm and actually make up around 70% of your arm's total size. They're the real mass builders, and when you develop them properly, you get that thick, powerful look with the iconic horseshoe shape. Then we have the forearms, which most lifters overlook. Strong forearms don't just make your arms look complete. They also give you the grip strength you need to pull heavier weights and train harder overall. Think of your arms as a 3-part team. The biceps give you shape, the triceps give you size, and the forearms tie everything together with strength and balance. If you ignore even one of them, your arm growth will always lag behind. Building bigger arms isn't just about lifting weights. It's about understanding how muscles actually grow. Your arms respond to 3 main signals: tension, stress, and recovery. First, there's mechanical tension, which comes from lifting heavy weights that challenge your muscles. This is why exercises like chin-ups, dips, and heavy presses pack on so much size. Then there's metabolic stress, often called the pump, that burning sensation you feel when you push through high-rep sets. It floods your muscles with blood and nutrients, signaling them to grow. The third factor is muscle damage and recovery. When you train, you create tiny tears in your muscle fibers. Your body repairs these tears during rest, and in the process, makes your muscles bigger and stronger. This is why progressive overload, gradually adding more weight, more reps, or more sets, is the key to long-term growth. The formula is simple. Challenge your muscles, feed them properly, and give them time to recover. Get this right, and your arms won't just grow. They'll grow 3 times faster than before. If building big arms were as simple as doing a few curls, everyone would be walking around with massive sleeves. The truth is, most people fail to grow their arms because they train the wrong way. The biggest mistake is focusing only on biceps. Walk into any gym and you'll see people hammering curls for an hour, but their triceps, remember, the muscle that makes up most of the arm, are completely neglected. Another reason is not lifting heavy enough. Muscles need real tension to grow, and if you're curling the same dumbbells for months, your arms have no reason to change. Many lifters also rely too much on machines and isolation work, skipping the compound movements like chin-ups, dips, and close grip bench presses that actually build thickness and strength. On top of that, nutrition is often an afterthought. You can't expect your arms to grow if you're not eating enough protein or total calories to fuel recovery. And finally, inconsistency kills progress. Training arms once every 2 weeks or skipping workouts will never get you results. The bottom line, most people don't fail because they're lazy. They fail because they're following the wrong blueprint. The final piece of the puzzle is having a complete, systematic approach. Building arms requires training both compound and isolation movements, targeting biceps, triceps, and forearms with the right frequency and intensity. Progressive overload ensures muscles are constantly challenged, while balancing heavy lifting with high-rep finishers maximizes both strength and size. Nutrition and recovery are equally essential. Muscles can't grow without adequate protein, calories, and rest. Consistency ties it all together. Skipping workouts or neglecting key components will stall progress. When all these elements are combined into a cohesive plan, arms grow faster, fuller, and stronger than ever before. When it comes to building arms that are not just strong, but also thick and well-shaped, compound movements are the foundation. Unlike isolation exercises, which target one muscle at a time, compound lifts engage multiple muscles simultaneously, creating the kind of tension and stimulus that drives real growth. Pull-ups and chin-ups, for example, are far more than just a back exercise. They are a biceps and forearms powerhouse. Each pull recruits the biceps to flex the elbow, while the forearms grip and stabilize, creating a perfect storm for arm development. The beauty of these movements lies in their versatility. Change the grip, narrow or widen the hands, and the emphasis shifts subtly, hitting different areas of the biceps and forearms, ensuring balanced development. Beyond the physical benefits, pull-ups and chin-ups also challenge your body's ability to stabilize, improving strength throughout the shoulder girdle and upper back, which indirectly supports heavier arm work in other lifts. Close grip bench presses are another indispensable compound movement for building the triceps, shoulders, and chest simultaneously. By narrowing the grip, the movement shifts the workload from the chest to the triceps, allowing them to handle heavy loads safely. This is crucial because the triceps make up roughly 2/3 of the arm's overall mass. Neglecting them leaves the arm looking thin, no matter how impressive the biceps are. Performing close grip bench presses with proper form, keeping elbows tucked and maintaining a controlled descent, maximizes tension on the triceps while minimizing stress on the elbows and shoulders. Heavy sets of close grip bench presses not only increase the size of the triceps, but also improve pressing strength across other lifts like overhead presses and dips, creating a cascading effect that benefits overall upper body development. Speaking of dips, this movement is a triceps and chest builder like no other. When performed on parallel bars, dips engage the triceps through a deep range of motion, stretching and contracting the muscle in ways most isolation exercises can't replicate. The shoulders, chest, and core also stabilize the body during the lift, turning what might seem like a simple exercise into a full upper body workout. Weighted dips, where additional resistance is added via a belt or dumbbell, provide progressive overload, which is essential for stimulating hypertrophy. Even bodyweight dips can be transformed into an arm-shaping tool when performed with strict form and slow, controlled tempo, emphasizing the squeeze at the top of each repetition. Overhead pressing movements, including strict barbell presses and dumbbell presses, play a dual role in triceps development and shoulder stability. Lifting overhead forces the triceps to extend the elbow under load, while the shoulders stabilize the weight, creating functional strength that translates to many other pressing and pulling exercises. Dumbbell overhead presses also allow for a greater range of motion compared to barbells, stretching the triceps at the bottom of the lift and contracting them fully at the top. Including variations such as seated presses, standing presses, and Arnold presses ensures that the triceps and shoulders are targeted from multiple angles, reducing muscular imbalances and supporting overall arm symmetry. The overarching advantage of these compound movements is that they create real, full muscle tension, which isolation exercises alone can rarely achieve. While curls and triceps extensions are valuable for finishing work and refining detail, it is the heavy, multi-joint lifts that build foundational mass. Compound lifts also engage stabilizing muscles, improve coordination, and boost the ability to lift heavier weights over time. For example, regular dips and close grip bench presses increase the strength of pressing patterns, allowing more effective triceps and chest engagement in accessory work. Similarly, pull-ups strengthen grip and forearms, enabling heavier curls and rows later in the workout. In this way, compound movements not only build size directly, but also enhance the effectiveness of other exercises, creating a multiplier effect for overall arm growth. Another subtle but critical benefit of compound exercises is hormonal impact. Lifting heavy, multi-joint movements triggers higher levels of anabolic hormones like testosterone and growth hormone, which support overall muscle hypertrophy. This systemic response is part of why compound lifts can produce faster, more noticeable arm growth compared to machines or isolation exercises done in isolation. The combination of mechanical tension, muscle damage, and metabolic stress inherent in compounds creates the ideal environment for hypertrophy, especially when combined with proper nutrition and recovery. Ultimately, the key to arm growth isn't about doing endless curls or fancy machines. It's about choosing movements that challenge the whole arm in coordination with other muscles. Pull-ups and chin-ups build biceps and forearms. Close-grip bench presses and dips attack the triceps and chest. And overhead presses enhance triceps and shoulder strength. These lifts form a complete, integrated system that ensures every part of the arm receives enough stimulus to grow. When performed consistently, with progressive overload, proper technique, and adequate recovery, compound movements transform the arms from average to powerful, full, and aesthetically balanced. They are the backbone of any effective arm-building program, providing the thickness, strength, and proportionality that isolation exercises alone can never achieve. While compound movements build the foundation and thickness of the arms, isolation exercises are what sculpt detail and shape. For biceps, exercises like barbell curls, dumbbell curls, incline hammer concentration, and cable curls target the peak and inner sweep of the muscle, helping arms look full and defined. Triceps, which make up the majority of arm mass, respond best to lifts like skull crushers, rope pushdowns, overhead extensions, and kickbacks, movements that allow for a deep stretch and strong contraction at the top. Forearms and grip strength, often overlooked, can be improved with wrist curls, reverse curls, and farmer's carries, adding both size and functional strength that carries over to other lifts. The key with isolation work is precision and control. Unlike heavy compounds, these exercises are not about moving massive weight, but about feeling every contraction, maintaining strict form, and creating a strong mind-muscle connection. When combined with a solid compound routine, isolation lifts fill in the gaps, ensuring that biceps, triceps, and forearms all grow proportionally. Done correctly, they refine and define the arms, turning thickness into a fully sculpted, eye-catching appearance. Building arms quickly requires more than random exercises. It demands a structured, consistent workout plan that blends heavy compounds with targeted isolation work. A sample plan spreads arm training across 3 weekly sessions, allowing muscles enough stimulus and recovery. On each arm day, the session begins with compound lifts like pull-ups, dips, and close-grip bench presses, focusing on heavy sets of 6 to 10 reps to create maximum tension. These lifts lay the foundation, building thickness and strength in both biceps and triceps. Afterward, the workout transitions to isolation movements. Barbell curls, dumbbell hammer curls, skull crushers, and rope pushdowns, performed in moderate sets of 10 to 15 reps to sculpt detail and ensure every part of the arm is engaged. To accelerate growth, supersets and high-rep finishers are incorporated at the end of each session. For example, pairing biceps curls with triceps pushdowns keeps the blood flowing, creating a pump that stretches the fascia and encourages muscle fullness. Rest periods are managed carefully, 60 to 90 seconds for compounds and 30 to 60 seconds for isolation work, maintaining intensity while preventing fatigue from compromising form. By combining frequency, progressive overload, and balanced exercise selection, this plan ensures that every muscle fiber of the arm is challenged, promoting 3x faster growth while reducing the risk of overtraining. Building massive arms isn't just about what happens in the gym. It's equally about what happens on the plate. Muscles need the right fuel to repair, grow, and recover, and without proper nutrition, even the most intense workouts won't produce noticeable results. Protein is the cornerstone, with a target of 1.6 to 2.2 grams per kilogram of body weight daily, providing the amino acids necessary to rebuild muscle fibers after heavy lifting. Carbohydrates are just as important, supplying energy for high-intensity sessions and replenishing glycogen stores to maintain strength throughout each workout. Healthy fats support hormone production, including testosterone, which directly influences muscle growth and recovery. Hydration is often overlooked, but crucial. Muscles are over 70% water, and even mild dehydration can compromise performance and slow recovery. Timing also matters. Consuming protein and carbs before and after training ensures muscles have immediate access to nutrients when they need them most. Whole foods like lean meats, eggs, oats, rice, sweet potatoes, and vegetables form the foundation, while strategic supplementation, such as whey protein or creatine, can enhance results. By pairing smart nutrition with consistent, challenging workouts, muscles receive the resources they need to grow faster, denser, and more resilient, turning hard work in the gym into visible, explosive arm gains. Muscle growth doesn't happen while you're lifting weights. It happens when you're recovering. Recovery is the invisible engine that turns hard training into bigger, stronger arms. Sleep is the most critical factor, with 7 to 9 hours per night allowing the body to release growth hormone, repair damaged muscle fibers, and restore energy. But recovery isn't just about rest. Active recovery, like light cardio, mobility drills, or stretching, increases blood flow to the muscles, delivering nutrients and removing waste products, which accelerates repair. Stretching specifically for the arms and shoulders helps maintain flexibility and reduces the risk of injuries that could derail progress. Deload weeks are another essential tool. Every 6 to 8 weeks, reduce training intensity or volume to allow the nervous system and muscles to fully recover. This prevents overtraining and ensures that subsequent workouts are effective rather than exhausting. Recovery also ties directly into nutrition. Adequate protein, carbs, fats, and hydration provide the building blocks muscles need to repair and grow. By treating recovery with the same seriousness as training itself, muscles have the environment they need to adapt, becoming thicker, stronger, and more resilient. In short, workouts build stress, but recovery builds arms, and mastering both is the secret to 3x faster growth. Even with the perfect workout plan, nutrition, and recovery, arms won't grow overnight. Mindset and consistency are what turn effort into results. Progress takes time, and the difference between average and impressive arms lies in sticking to the plan, day after day, week after week. Tracking progress, whether through photos, strength logs, or measurements, keeps motivation high and allows you to see growth that isn't always visible in the mirror. A strong mindset also means embracing challenges, lifting heavier weights, pushing through the last few reps, and staying disciplined with nutrition and rest. Consistency compounds results over time, turning small, daily actions into dramatic transformations. It's not about perfection, it's about persistence. Missing one workout won't ruin progress, but repeatedly skipping sessions, neglecting recovery, or cheating on nutrition will slow gains drastically. By committing to a long-term, focused approach, you ensure that every ounce of effort contributes to stronger, fuller, and more defined arms. Mindset transforms strategy into habit, and habit transforms habit into results. This is the invisible but essential ingredient for 3x faster arm growth.